SKOL Vikings. What's up, purple people eaters? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, fired up and ready to dive into the latest Vikings news that's got us all buzzing. Imagine this, our young gunslinger J.J. McCarthy, back from the injury trenches, just torched the Detroit Lions in a nail-biting 27-24 upset that has the whole NFC North shaking. But hold up, flashes of brilliance or franchise savior. That's the hook that's got me pacing my living room like it's 4th and goal. Today on Vikings News, we're breaking down McCarthy's heroics, the doubters barking loud, and that wild alter ego he's unleashing. Stick with me because by the end you'll be screaming SKOL louder than US Bank Stadium. Who's ready to unpack this purple gold? Let's charge. Hey, fellow Vikings faithful, remember that electric buzz when J.J. McCarthy first stepped under center back in Week 1? Fast forward to now, and our second-year stud just reminded everyone why we traded up for him in 24. Against the Bears at Soldier Field, he engineered a fourth-quarter miracle, 2 touchdown bombs and a scamper for 6 in a 27-24 thriller that flipped the script on Chicago's revamped squad. Picture this. Down by double digits, crowd roaring like a freight train, and JJ drops a dime to Justin Jefferson for the go-ahead score. That grit is the stuff legends are made of, keeping our playoff dreams flickering like a Viking torch in the wind. But let's not sugarcoat it. This kid's got the arm of a cannon and the wheels to evade blitzes like a ghost in the end zone. Stats don't lie. In that Bears showdown, he carved up their secondary for key conversions when it mattered most, proving he's no rookie pretender. As a fan who's bled purple since the Randy Moss days, seeing JJ rally the troops after a rocky start, it hits different. It screams potential, the kind that could echo Fran Tarkenton's magic. What do you think? Did that win silence the skeptics, or are we just getting started? Drop your take in the comments. I read every one. Now, pump the brakes for a sec, because Week 9 in Detroit, that was McCarthy's grand return from a brutal high ankle sprain that sidelined him for 5 games. The Lions stacked and snarling at home, but our guy drops 14 of 25 for 143 yards, threads 2 touchdown needles, and hauls in a rushing score on a third, and 8 scramble that left Ford Field stunned. 27-24, baby, another divisional road dub, identical score to Chicago like the universe scripted it for maximum drama. JJ didn't just play. He injected life into a reeling squad that dropped 2 straight before this. As Vikings fans, we've waited too long for a QB who thrives in the chaos. Could this be our Kirk Cousins upgrade? Diving deeper, that Lions game wasn't flawless. McCarthy coughed up an interception and the O-line had some hiccups with a fumbled snap. But man, the poise! He started hot, keeping Detroit's D honest with quick slants and bootlegs, then sealed it with a back shoulder beauty to Jalen Nailor on 3rd and 5 late. 5 sacks on Jared Goff from our revamped defense. Chef's kiss from Brian Flores. This one catapults us right back into the playoff hunt. Just a game and a half out in the North. It's the kind of momentum that turns what-if seasons into let's-go roars. Who's feeling that playoff pulse now? Hit me with your bold prediction for the stretch run. Alright, Vikings Nation, let's talk real talk. These back-to-back road romps in the division are massive. Chicago's no pushover this year under their new schemes, and beating them after spotting points early? That resilience is gold for a young QB sinking with studs like Jefferson and a pounding run game led by Aaron Jones. McCarthy's leaning on that support, but it's his belief from the huddle that's lighting fires. Teammates buying in because he delivers when the lights blaze brightest. As a fan who screamed through too many heartbreaking OT losses, this feels like the dawn of something epic. But consistency, that's the dragon we slay next. You with me on this ride? Transitioning smooth now because while we're popping champagne on these Ws, the national chatter's heating up, and not all of its purple pom-poms. Fox Sports' Daryl Johnston, that gravel-voiced guru who's seen it all, dropped some truth on his one-on-one spot that had me nodding furiously. The one thing we need to see more from J.J. McCarthy is consistency throughout the game, he laid out plain. 2 road wins in the division. Impressive as hell, especially grinding through Chicago's early onslaught and flipping the script. But Johnston's spot on. JJ torched the back half against the Bears and opened strong in Detroit. Yet those spurts of inaccuracy linger like a bad replay. Johnston didn't stop there. He hyped how our guys got elite weapons to lean on, syncing with Jefferson's route-running wizardry and that thunderous ground attack to keep defenses guessing. For a young signal caller, that's the accelerator, building rhythm without carrying the world solo. It's like Johnston's channeling our inner coach, Kevin O'Connell, preaching patience amid the hype. As a Vikings diehard, I love the honesty. It fuels the fire without dimming the spark. What about you? Is consistency the key, or is JJ already ahead of the curve? Spill it below. Let's debate like it's tailgate time. And here's the hook that keeps me up at night. Johnston's not doubting the talent, just craving that full-game fire. He painted it vivid, hanging tough post struggles, earning the locker room's trust. That's QB1 DNA. With our schedule looming like a Norse saga. Ravens, Bears rematch, Packers lurking. Nailing those ebbs and flows could vault us from pretenders to contenders. It's storytelling gold. The young hero forging his legend one drive at a time. Vikings fans, we're in the thick of it. Does this critique pump you up or light a fire under JJ? Your thoughts could go viral. Shifting gears to the hot takes that sting a bit more, because not everyone's sipping the McCarthy Kool-Aid straight. Enter FS1's Colin Cowherd, the herd's loudmouth maestro, who unloaded on his November 3rd show with a zinger that had me spitting out my coffee. He's like the UPS driver. Cowherd quipped about our JJ. I don't know who he is, but they always deliver on time. The package is never screwed up. I love the delivery system. I don't know if the UPS driver is any good. Seems like a nice guy. Oof, blunt as a blindside hit, comparing our franchise hope to a reliable but unflashy parcel pusher. Cowherd doubled down, evoking JJ's Michigan days. Scripted efficiency masking deeper doubts. It felt a lot like the Michigan JJ McCarthy. I love the coach, the tight end, the defense. It was fine. Good on script, but it's not a script league. First quarter against Detroit, 141 passer rating fireworks. The rest? Dropped to 38 like a stalled drive in the rain. He's buying O'Connell's schemes, Jefferson's explosiveness, even Christian Darrisaw's blindside blockade, but questions if JJ's the engine or just along for the ride. As a fan who's defended QBs through worse, this take burns because it echoes the game manager label we hate. But let's flip the script. Doubters like Cowherd are the fuel for underdogs, right? He's not wrong on the sample size, 3 starts, injuries galore, but ignoring the clutch gene, that's the miss. Vikings Nation, does this UPS jab fire you up or make you laugh it off? Imagine JJ delivering a FedEx fast rebuttal against Baltimore. Tag a buddy who needs this energy. Your call-outs keep the conversation roaring. Now, let's lean into the doubter's den, because Cowherd's not alone in poking holes, even if Johnston's more measured. That nice guy vibe? It sells short the killer instinct we've glimpsed. 2 TDs passing, 1 rushing in Detroit, all while the Lions crowd bayed for blood. Cowherd's script gripe hits on the ebbs? Sure, but overlooks how JJ audibled protections against 0 blitzes, extending plays like a vet. As Vikings loyalists, we've heard this song before, potential but unproven. Yet here we are, 2-1 in his starts, both divisional daggers. It's the narrative tension that makes fandom addictive. Will he shatter the label or wear it like armor? Teasing ahead, because if the skeptics think JJ's just reliable, wait till you hear how he's flipping the switch himself. Johnston wants consistency, Cowherd wants flash. Buckle up. This kid's got a secret weapon that's equal parts psychology and purple pride. It's the kind of twist that turns broadcasts into must-watch therapy sessions. Who's betting on a breakout persona silencing the herd? Sound off. Your hot takes are my pre-game ritual. Alright, Vikings Warriors, time to peel back the curtain on what might just be the X-factor in JJ McCarthy's rise. On November 5th, fresh off that Lions locker room roar, our QB hit the media scrum and dropped a bombshell that had reporters leaning in like it was halftime adjustments. There's definitely a level of a switch that gets flipped, he confessed. Eyes locked like he's reading a defense. This isn't some casual mindset tweak. It's a full-on alter ego, born from the agony of missing 23 of his first 25 NFL games to injuries that could have broken lesser souls. A torn meniscus last year, ankle sprain this season. JJ channeled that rage into rocket fuel, and it's paying dividends on the field. He named it straight up 9, after his jersey number, this beast mode version that emerges when the whistle blows. 9 comes out, and I have to understand that he can't be at his peak performance throughout 3.5 hours, McCarthy explained, breaking it down like a film session. It's raw will, determination distilled, harnessing built-up anger from those sideline nights instead of letting it fester. Viral clips from Detroit showed that mean mug glare, the post-game intensity that lit socials on fire. As a fan who's yelled through purple droughts, seeing JJ embrace the dark side is like discovering Thor's hammer in a quarterback's grip. And get this, it's not just hype. 9's got a come-down ritual, breath work on the sideline, visualization to sustain the stamina without burning out. His fiancée's even in on it, keeping the real JJ grounded off-field as a soon-to-be dad. This storytelling arc? Pure gold, the mild-mannered Wolverine turning Viking berserker. What do you call your inner 9 during fantasy drafts gone wrong? Share below. Let's build that fan lore together, diving deeper into 9's origin, because this alter ego didn't spawn in a lab. It's forged in the fires of frustration. McCarthy traced it back to his IR stint last season, that gut-wrenching itch to play while the world spun without him. It was just this built-up anger ready to explode, he admitted. And I chose to harness it instead of self-destruct. At Michigan, it was all smiles and have fun to win. 27-1 record proves it worked. But NFL scars demanded evolution. Now, 9's the wolf he feeds, transmuting fury into focus, that pure drive to dominate every snap. On the field, it's manifesting in those pivotal moments. The third-quarter scramble for 6 against Detroit, the poise under duress that had Johnston nodding. But sustaining it? That's the art sideline resets to keep the edge sharp without shattering. As Vikings fans, we've craved a QB with this duality. The leader who smiles for the camera, the savage who shreds for the scoreboard. 9 could be the bridge to consistency, silencing Cowherd's script jabs. Imagine Lamar Jackson staring down this version Sunday. Electric, right? Who's your pick for MVP in that clash? JJ or 9? Wrapping this persona profile, it's clear McCarthy's not just playing. He's evolving, weaponizing psychology like a chess master in shoulder pads. That viral locker room glare? Not acting. It's 9 owning the moment, teammates feeding off the energy like it's pre-game hype. With Jefferson slinging routes and our D sacking souls. This alter ego aligns the stars for a playoff surge. Vikings Nation, does 9 give you chills or make you chuckle? Drop a emoji reaction. Fire 4 fired up, and let's see if this flips the narrative wide open. Now, circling back to those pesky doubters, because Johnston's consistency call and Cowherd's UPS shade aren't vanishing overnight. But here's the counterpunch. JJ's flashing the tools, arm talent, mobility, that Michigan-bred moxie, while syncing with an offense that's top 10 in explosiveness. Against Detroit, even with the INT, his 143 yards and 3 total scores outpaced Goff's output, all in a hostile hive. Johnston's right about leaning on Jefferson and the run game, but that's smart QB play, not a crutch. It's leveraging assets like a true floor raiser. Teasing the bigger picture, though, if 9's the spark, consistency's the flame. We've seen the highs, Bears comeback, Lions upset, but the lows, like that Falcons dud in Week 2, linger. O'Connell's patient blueprint, blending scripts with audibles, is building brick by brick. As a fan who's tattooed SKOL on my soul, I see a kid defying odds, turning doubters into believers one drive at a time. But you tell me, is JJ the UPS guy, or the express jet we need? Poll in the comments. Believer or skeptic? Your vote shapes the vibe. And let's not forget the stats backing this surge. 2 road wins by identical 27-24 margins. Both divisional daggers that keep us breathing down Detroit's neck. McCarthy's 64-4 lifetime starter record dating to high school? That's not fluke. It's pedigree screaming through the purple. Cowherd might scoff at the script, but unscripted magic like that Naylor dagger? That's franchise etchings. Johnston wants full-game fire? 9's the match. Vikings faithful, this debate's our oxygen. Fuel it with your wildest JJ comp. Young Favre or Pete Cousins? Let's flood the thread. Shifting to the horizon, because all this chatter builds to one purple pulse pounder. Week 10 at home versus the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's dual-threat nightmare looms, but McCarthy's message was crystal. Nines locked and loaded. Switch flipped for battle. Pure will and determination to get the job done, he vowed, eyeing that AFC North gauntlet like a conqueror. With our D feasting, 5 sacks last out, and Jones rumbling fresh off that shoulder scare, this could be the consistency clinic Johnston craves. Imagine U.S. Bank erupting as JJ outduels Lamar, playoff implications skyrocketing. But suspense alert. Ravens secondary's no joke, and if Cowherd's right about script limits, we'll see unfiltered 9 early. O'Connell's called it a growth game, testing that sync with Jefferson amid Baltimore's blitz packages. As fans, we've circled this since the schedule dropped. Win here, and the North's ours to snatch. What's your game plan for JJ? Air it out or grind the ground? Hit the comments. Your strategies might end up on the podcast. Finally, as we exhale before kickoff, reflect on this Vikings renaissance. From injury shadows to divisional dominance, McCarthy's arc is our anthem. Doubters? Let 'em talk. Nines got the rebuttal. Johnston's nudge for steadiness? Fuel for the fire. We've got the pieces, Darisaw's wall, Flores chaos, that Jefferson electricity to make noise. One question lingers. Can JJ sustain the roar, turning flashes into floods? That's the saga we'll chase together. SKOL to the journey ahead. Phew, Vikings Nation, what a whirlwind. From McCarthy's triumphant returns to the analyst hot takes and that mind-bending 9 reveal. We've unpacked the highs, the hurdles, and the hype that's got our purple hearts pounding. This isn't just news. It's our shared saga, the kind that bonds us through the purple winters. If this fired you up half as much as me, smash that like button. Your clicks keep the Vikings news engine roaring. Drop your hottest take below. Team 9 all the way? Who's your MVP pick for Baltimore? And don't sleep. Subscribe for every update. Turn on notifications so you never miss a SKOL chant. Share this with your fellow purple people eaters. Let's flood the feeds and show the league we're unbreakable. Until next time, keep the faith. SKOL Vikings.